We're live, Ma.
Are we live?
Yeah, start
my
off.
book.
Okay. Say hello.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Linda Gould. I'm on my 28th day on Facebook Live Challenge. How you doing? Oh my goodness, we're having a great day. I'm playing with my new toy that I talked about last night, and I have a special guest. I have a special guest right now, my daughter, Marilyn Sandoval. Marilyn, say something that we've been talking about.
Well, hello, all of Linda's viewers for today. I'm so happy to see she's had such great engagement for this 100-day challenge, not 90 days is what you keep saying, but it's for a 100-day challenge. I'm so glad that she's had a lot of engagement. We've had a few loyal followers. I've been behind the scenes listening and watching, making sure everything's going smoothly, so everything's been exciting. And Mom and I just went out today for Starbucks for their holiday promotion. If you haven't heard about it, they're most likely sold out now. What Starbucks has going on is their holiday drinks, which kicks off the last quarter for their business financials, and it's really cool because you get a red cup if you buy a holiday drink. If you look at it as a business, their stock price went up, their returns have been a lot better because you pay $1 extra for the drink. And so I was talking to Mom about that today. And so before we had gone into this, I was telling her a lot about, before you get into any parts of these businesses, then it's always really important that you have the right mindset. I think I can see some comments. I had just got eye surgery, like a LASIK redone, so I can't really read. Can you see those? Hi, Veronica is saying hi, Linda.
Hi, everybody.
Who is that, Joanne?
Veronica and Joanne. And people are calling us, so we're learning a lot, and we're glad that you're here, learning with us. When Marilyn and I have been talking about starting up a new business, and she mentioned something that Tony Robinson had mentioned and talked about when she had gone to his class back when?
Yeah, so I had gone to a lot of Tony Robbins courses. I spent over $100K in personal development and personal investing, which is always important for any type of growth, and I've gone ahead and started my own trading. So wealthywomen.com is going to be launched for this holiday season, this promotion, and so I was of course practicing with my mom and making sure everything is great and that it's actually solving her problems and something that would be helpful for you as well.
Yeah.
And so the main things we were talking about is the mindset portion. So do you want me to go ahead and say that?
Well, yeah, I want her to finish, but one of the things that was fascinating to me is before starting up a business, you have to check your own self out. And a lot of people have limiting beliefs, and I thought this was fascinating, and Mary's going to talk about it because, you'll see how fascinating it is, because I never thought about these questions before when I started a business, and that probably held me back a little bit. And like I said before, I had my ups and downs, and this was one of my downs, and so I'm really excited to hear about this.
Now Mom's booming over here, so it's great. She's booming in business, which is great for the holiday season. So one of the main things is to start off, just to make sure that you have your foundation before diving into a lot of the business aspects, is always asking yourself some really great questions. So the first one being, who am I? And sometimes that might be hard for you to answer. You might think, well, like, I'm Marilyn and I'm Linda, but you have to think of it in a deeper level and first just answer it in a nice journal and reflect on how you're writing it out or how you're even answering it verbally, because you'll notice on the way that you answer what areas you're prioritizing in your life. And a lot of this happens with women in business. They'll say, there's two different dynamics that happen for women when it comes to business, especially if they're a mom. One, they might answer, well, I'm just a mom. which is absolutely ridiculous because moms always are putting in so much work and doing a lot of things that, one, if they start to undervalue themselves by saying, oh, you know, I'm just a mom, well, that's really undervaluing what a mom is, and a mom is helping the society. So you guys definitely have this greater mission and greater purpose when you look at it that way. And also for women in a career, they might say, oh, you know, I'm a financial investor, but that's only putting your career first. What about who are you on a spiritual level? Who are you on a different dynamic? Who are you? Are you a daughter? Are you a wife? Are you whoever you are? That's always really important that you go ahead and you see where you're valuing your priorities. And so asking that question of who am I is going to give you a greater insight on that.
Yeah, I was thinking about when you're saying that, my son, her brother, you know, he would probably say, I'm a cat owner. You know, and are you a dog owner? You know, we love our pets so much. And that was one of the great questions that she answered. Who are we? Before we start a business, you have to know who you are. And then she has some other questions after the who I am. I have her notes here so I can kind of cheat sheet. So before she even answers them. But where am I now is a good question. So what do you think about that?
I'll just go over the questions for you. Is that okay? And then we'll explain them a little more in depth. So,
well, can I have my coffee over there? Wow.
Of course.
And I'll let you take it on, and I'll just drink my coffee. Coffee with Linda.
Yeah, so the questions are, who am I? Where am I now? And you can take that very literally. I'm in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. I'm at my mom's house. I'm XYZ. I'm in the car listening to this talk show. I'm wherever you are, but also where are you in life? How are you in your health? How are you in your relationships, your business, and how are you spiritually? Are you maybe just average, below average, behind, ahead, on top of it? Where am I now is going to really, again, self-assess where you are, and this will help you set up the foundation for the next question of where am I going? Because if you know where you want to go, you're going to start achieving what you want a lot faster, and you're going to notice that it's just going to start coming in, and it's going to be something that, of course, you put in work for it, but it will help you give your direction a lot more clear. And then finally, what are the obstacles standing in your way from where you are now to where you're going? Most of the time, you're going to find out that you are your only obstacle in front of you. And a lot of the times, people will have these limiting beliefs, is what I was telling my mom, of, oh, you know, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have this, I don't have the resources. But what's really going on is you're not being resourceful. So you're not actually going out to find the money or find the time, create the time, because we have 24 hours in the day. It's plenty of time. It depends what you're doing with your time, how you're utilizing it, making sure that you're being resourceful in that aspect. But
yeah. One of the limiting beliefs on resourcefulness is I was spreading myself out too thin. You know, I had my husband to think about, my kids to think about, and I how do you say that?
Compartmentalized.
Yeah, compartmentalized each one of them, so that at the end of the day, it's like my hours to work for myself on my own business was also limited, and my mindset was I want to be working, I want to be with my job, but I also want to be with my family. So I had to incorporate that, and it's actually working out really well. So when I'm with my daughter, my mind is with my job, but we can talk about it together now.
Mom's been on it so good, telling me all the time I have to be present when it's her time. Because usually we both get together, we're like working, and she's talking to me, I'm like, what? And then I'm doing the same thing, I'm like, what? And she's saying, what, Mare? Hold on. And it makes a huge difference. So you might ask yourself, like, am I being present with my loved ones? Or if you're not in business yet, most of the time people will see that they're not being present because they're watching TV all the time. They go to work, they come home from work, they turn the TV on, Like you start your day with your news with the TV on, you go to work, you sit in a box. This is one of my favorite things I was telling Mom is you wake up from your bed, that's a box, you turn the TV on to watch the news on a box, you drive pretty much in a box, you go to work in a box, sit in a box the whole time, and then you come back home, do the same thing from box to box to box, and it's time you get out of your box, start thinking out of the box quite literally, and actually start doing things differently, being energized.
It's a profound thought. Never thought about, I always thought we're thinking outside the box, but actually we are in mini boxes, sort of like buying gifts, presents.
Hoping it comes in a nice box.
Yeah, you put it in a box, and then you put that one in a box, and another one in a bigger box, and another one in a bigger box.
Yeah.
It's pretty profound.
Anyway, else then, who is that? Carol? I can't read.
Hi, Carol. How
Hi,
are
Carol.
you? Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Where I want to be. What are your obstacles?
Yeah, so I went over all the questions, and so now we just get to talk and enjoy. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the box, so in this box, so that we can read them and answer them while you have us both on. Otherwise, we're just going to be talking a little bit more while we have you. But one of the things that I was doing differently, because our Carol says hi, Linda and daughter. Well, it's nice to have you here.
Thanks, Carol.
Yeah, so one of the things is that my dad goes to work still. He loves his job, but he's getting ready to retire, and I told him make sure he has the Marilyn retirement plan. And so the biggest thing is that I was telling him, like, if you have to go to work and come home to watch TV, what are you going to do when you're retired? You're not setting up that foundation for how you're going to start living when you're retired. You're going to come in, usually what happens is people will hit their retirement and then they'll spend all day getting on TV, not knowing what to do with themselves because your structure is no longer there and you didn't set up any foundation to start living beforehand. You may have all of these bucket list things, but if you don't have an actual plan for it, well, that's where problems come into place. And so usually what happens to people right after they retire, they get sick and die because they're no longer creating energy from within. They feel like they have no purpose.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that's part of the mindset portion, that you have to always be building that mindset, always making sure that you grow, so that with the growth in any area, all the mindsets, that you're going to be able to take action on it. And this should go all the way up until you're past your hundreds.
Well, that also comes to how's your health?
Yep, so I had asked those when we talked about where am I now. How's your health? How's your relationships?
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I was just so engrossed in you talking and being enjoying it in the moment. Should we talk about it again?
Let's see it. Oh, hi, Darlene. I'm so glad that you're here. Love your video and information today and your special guest. Well, we love having you watch, Darlene.
Yes,
How
I
are you doing?
talk about Marilyn, we did this, we did that, and nobody sees you. So this is really exciting for me that she's on with me today.
Well, I'm always excited to be here with my mom.
Yes.
It's great.
Yes, we're having a great time. So your husband said something
Let's see.
today about
Carol.
church.
I'm enjoying my retirement by traveling, which I could not do when I was working. That's awesome.
Yes.
Where are you traveling to?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. I love travel. I think that's really important. And it's always important to have your lifestyle when it comes to travel. Make sure that you're living the lifestyle that you want to. Hi, Warren. Let's go into Q&A now. So we'll wrap it up after. We'll spend a couple of minutes now. If you guys have any questions for us on mindset, or if you have any questions on your business.
Hi, Juanita. Nice that you're here with me.
Yeah, like you can see, I cannot see right now.
We're just about finishing up with Juanita, and we're talking about limiting beliefs. And Marilyn was talking about some of the questions that we need to ask before we start a business. and she had some awesome opinions. So catch us on the replay, and if you have any questions, let us know. You have anything else you want to say?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Well, then I will see you again tonight. Maybe she'll be joining me. We'll talk about it. So until then, have a great day. And
thanks, Mom, for having me here.
And I appreciate you. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for signing up with me without me even asking. She says, "Let me be on with you." I'm like,
I just
yes,
really like
yes.
your new lighting. So.
Yes. I said, take a picture closer to me, and that's how we end it. So, okay, we're going to end it right now. I don't have the remote control yet where it ends, but I'm working on it.
Thanks. Bye.